live. Are we live yet? Who knows? Where the wind blows? No, we're live. Hello, welcome to weekly Couch Pundit stuff. How's it going? It's me and it's Dhaval, as usual. Talking T20 this time because the tournament has become the ultimate tournament, the ultimate thing that we all do together every year. And now it's 10 teams. And even more excitement. And how difficult was it picking your fantasy league? All this and more we'll discuss today. I'll definitely talk about all the matches. क्या बोलते Hello one and all. We shall take our time to let everybody show up. In the meanwhile, धवल मैच देख रहा है कैसा लग रहा है?
मैं मैच नहीं देख रहा. As you can see in the television behind me, the match is not on because copyright is a thing, and
Yeah, it is.
BCCI is extremely vigilant about stuff like this. So
That's true.
yeah, but I was watching the match earlier. RCB just seem to want to lose every game that they play. Somehow they find innovative ways to do it.
Yeah, I
RCB
mean,
RCB should be part of a think tank, I feel, and they should just because they just come up with such great ideas for innovative ways of doing the same thing.
yeah. I mean, I don't know यार ये लोग मतलब क्या बोलने का but कुछ भी बोलो उमेश यादव today on fire dude.
We have a very avid
Yeah,
follower of
immediately the
our
question has
podcast.
come.
Is
We
it
were
from
just
Srijit
discussing.
Satyajit?
Yeah, we might as well talk about all this before everybody gets here. Chalo. Yeah, I was just telling the one ki I think what Will Smith did was wrong, but I think what Chris Rock, the way he handled it was brilliant, dude. The perfect thing. Did not fumble, stood his ground, was not rude. Only realized that he fucked up like little bit when he said, "Okay, we're giving out some documentaries today," instead of we're giving out some awards to documentaries today. Oh yeah, sorry if the sound is bad. It's better
Are
now.
you guys happy? Y'all are making Akash sit in the heat. The poor guy has to turn off his air conditioning. Oh, I
No,
tell
no,
you.
that's totally okay.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, it's completely fine. I hope you can hear me better now. I've tried to minimize the noise as much as I possibly can. But yeah, man, very interesting time in Hollywood. And it's interesting, like the people you think are chill people are also not chill people. Was the joke okay? Was the joke not okay? Obviously, I don't know. But what I know is that many an uncle now have an excuse to slap a comedian, and that's not okay. My dad sent me a forward in the morning saying, Russia attacked the comedian president of Ukraine. Will Smith slapped Chris Rock, and now Rahul Gandhi is worried. Was the forward that he sent me?
Ah, I thought he was warning you. It's like
No, no, not yet.
comedians are being attacked everywhere across the world.
So
So
far,
maybe
so
you need
good.
to. Yeah.
Yeah. Ah, well.
Yeah, I don't.
Well,
I mean, do you not have that thing that most comedians seem to be saying that a joke is a joke is a joke, regardless of who gets offended by it. It's a joke. The intention is not to offend. The intention is to joke. So if you are offended, yes, fair. Like everyone is going to be offended by some joke or the other.
exactly. नहीं नहीं मेंजरिया वाली बात है ना बेसिकली लॉ स्कूल में जो फर्स्ट ईयर में अपने को सिखाते हैं कि अनलेस देयर इज
Yeah,
क्रिमिनल इंटेंट
I
इट इज नॉट अ
agree with
क्रिमिनल
you.
एक्ट यू कांट जस्ट से कि ओहो ये गलत है बट एनीवे क्या कर सकते हैं अभी बीइंग अ कॉमेडियन अभी आई वाज इन इंदौर राइट नाउ यू नो and we did a couple of shows and then we did the third show and when we were doing that third show we did a secret show and we got only 25 people in the room and like it's people who have come to watch you for you only and who like your comedy and all of that jazz, but that being said you're still like we still took away everyone's phones, you know what I mean, like we kept their phones, we asked them to switch off their phones and took their phones ताकि फ्रीडम रहे. तो ये हालात तो है, इसका कोई सुझाव नहीं है, इसका कुछ
तो
तुम कर
ऐसा
नहीं सकते.
फोन देने के बाद है ना, नेक्स्ट टाइम तो ऐसा करेगा ना, तो पीछे वो अभी कौन सा कोरियन शो था उसका म्यूजिक बजाने का, शो
कौन सा
चालू होने
कोरियन
से पहले
स्क्विड गेम का.
अरे हाँ, स्क्विड गेम वाला. फिर सब लोग डर जाएंगे और फिर वो लोग को ऐसा पॉइंट कर रहे हंसने का, हा हा, नेल्सन के जैसा.
Yeah. How is your work going? Are you very busy now?
Who, me?
Yeah, because things are starting up, right? Like things are
Oh yeah, yeah,
properly
yeah.
starting up.
I have had to like find time to do this,
Yeah,
which is usually not the case because evenings I can find time. Like at 10:30, I'm not always working, and today is not one of those days.
yeah.
I am working
I'm
this
quite
evening
happy.
and at night, but
Yeah,
yeah, it's going well. Yeah, I am
yeah.
very busy these
Okay,
days.
before we get into the cricket, just some housekeeping. We have F1 streams are back and on and about and happening. Last one happened, next one will happen. The whole one is the next one.
Next one is before the next race next Sunday or Saturday. That
Exactly.
weekend.
Or
Yeah.
Sunday. So this coming weekend, we'll be back next week with this stream anyway. We are doing this every week. If not me and Dhaval, then somebody or the other. But we are going to keep doing this stream, and one of us will always be there. We understand the IPL. We are the generation born in the foundries of the IPL, and so we shall talk about it endlessly. Before we get into to the main part of the show, guys, I am on tour. Please catch me. I am in all of these cities underneath. This weekend is Gujarat. Next weekend is generally South India. After that is generally Nagpur, Chandrapur, Central India, and then Raipur, Bhubaneswar, Kolkata, Warsaw, Thane, Pune, Dehradun, Chandigarh, Jaipur, Patna, Guwahati. Is all the places we're going to. Random as it sounds. सब जगह पे जा रहे हैं. तो आ जाना शो देखने को. टिकट लिंक बुक माई शो पे रहेगा. मेरा नाम डाल देना. एक ही लिंक है. डिस्क्रिप्शन में सब सिटी का नाम है. सब कुछ है. एटसेट्रा एटसेट्रा. मूविंग ऑन
तो
टू द
वर्सोवा को अलग सिटी में
क्रिकेट.
डाला, मस्त है तू भी।
किसको?
वर्सोवा को।
हाँ मतलब ऐसा मैं मुंबई बोल दूं तो फिर मुंबई में मतलब डिफिकल्ट होता है सबके लिए वर्सोवा तक आना, तो मैं वर्सोवा बोल देता हूँ स्पेसिफिकली
तू
ऐसा.
चंद्रपुर भी जा रहा है, मस्त है यार।
या
योर फादर
चंद्रपुर इज गोइंग रियली वेल. काफी टिकट भी जा रहा है
इज।
चंद्रपुर में. अमरावती का देखना पड़ेगा.
I know people in Amravati also, extended family. I can maybe tell them to buy tickets to your show.
I don't think they'd like to come for Nasty, which is a sex show, or Dark, which is a very dark show.
Hey man,
But
I
yeah,
don't know. Maybe the people of Amravati are dark and nasty. You never know.
no,
Like, what
I'm
do you
sure
do,
they
man?
are. They
I have been
just
to Amravati, and what do you do there? Like, it's got nice
except be
beaches though.
dark and nasty, or be nasty in the dark.
Yeah, it's got nice bridges though. I must say,
Oh,
Amravati has some good
okay.
bridges.
I'll go check
If
out some bridges. And if
yeah.
the show goes badly, it'll just be water under the bridge. Uh, okay, chalo. Okay, guys, we are trying a new format to do these breakdowns. Okay, for each and every match, we're gonna do a shortish breakdown. Dhaval has given me a 30-second limit for each of these breakdowns, so I don't think I'll be able to do it. But Dhaval said he's going first, so let's hope he
It's not
can.
30-second limit. Its idea is to get it like in a short space of time. You take
Right.
there is freedom, Akash. Creative freedom is a thing. Please don't
Okay.
limit yourself.
So I want to see your creative freedom.
Okay. You have to start the first game. Oh, first game of the season is me.
First is
Okay, so
Chennai, bro. How can you
Chennai.
say? Huh.
First game, Chennai versus Calcutta. First thought, I was surprised by it initially that Calcutta beat Chennai, but I was expecting Chennai to win purely because of history, which later I realized is not the right thing to do. It's not the
Yeah.
way you should be thinking because there is new management, there are new coaches, a lot of new players. So even though Dhoni is still there, A, he's no longer captain, and B, there are most of those management people are gone. So it is a different Chennai Super Kings this year. It is all different teams this year. But overall, I would say I was a little surprised by the result. Looking back, it both teams are equally bad. The reason I say that, I will get to it when we discuss this further. But overall, roundup, players that I really liked from that game, as far as batting goes, was obviously Mahendra Singh Dhoni turning back the clock, scoring a half century in what 37, 38 balls,
Yeah.
which ultimately boiled down to a strike rate of 130. But that last few runs that he scored, he was scoring at like 180 ka strike rate, 160 ka strike rate. So he still
Yeah.
got it.
We
Other
still
than
got
that,
it.
he still got it. Umesh Yadav, who would have thunk that he's a good power play bowler? I'll tell you who would have thunk everybody because his record in the power play is exactly the same as Deepak Chahar's record in the power play. If you
Ah,
compare those side by side, same average, same number of wickets, same strike rate. So
right.
Umesh Yadav, great power play bowler. Remember when RCB used to
Uh-huh.
use him really well? They did.
Yeah.
बाकी क्या है, वो मैच में कुछ ज्यादा था नहीं. डीजे ब्रावो ने 3 विकेट लिया, जडेजा फेल हो गया. बट पहला मैच है, ठीक है. वो
फेल,
तो
ओके चलो, हाँ.
हाँ, मतलब वो लोग, देख यार, देख यार,
सीधा फेल ही कर दिया यार तूने तो बेचारे को, मतलब
देख यार. If
पहला
you are
मैच है,
playing at a
कैप्टन.
strike rate of under 100, if you are playing that in IPL, you've seen these guys bat, Akash. We've finished
हाँ
5 games in the tournament. You've seen. You just told me ये
हाँ.
लोग 1 साल तक खाली power hitting practice कर रहे थे. तो if you are hitting at under 100, you failed. बाकी तो क्या
I know,
आने
man.
वाला है.
If guys, if you're watching this and if you see that Jaddu failed, is clearly what Dhaval seems to feel right now. If you think that is the case, please leave a emoji of a skull, and if you think that he has not failed, please leave the emoji of a face, because it is about saving face at this point. अगली वाली करूँ मैं मैच?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
There we
Yeah,
go.
I enjoyed the Mumbai Delhi match. I was on tour, though it was slightly fleeting to watch it, but still very interesting to watch nevertheless. Primarily because what a comeback! Wow, Kuldeep! Wow! Oh my gosh! Kuldeep, how did he manage to do this? And oh my god. Okay, so first, lot of unpack here. Kuldeep, having 3 bad seasons, comes back and takes some great wickets. It looks absolutely in control, has everybody scrambling. Stands out definitely in the bowling for sure for Delhi. Khalil Ahmed taking some wickets, but nobody had an impact like Kuldeep Yadav did, I feel. Batting wise, Ishan Kishan coming back completely, like just smoothly into form. कोई फर्क ही नहीं पड़ा उसको. Opening looked very strong. Mumbai seemed like they were in control, and I mean the total didn't seem completely off. 177 seemed defendable, but definitely the concerns that we had during the auction, also the middle order not really stacking up, not being able to pull off much as was expected of them. It was interesting seeing Tilak Verma bat. But again, मेरे को, did you feel like anything specific with that? Because I didn't particularly find anything. Generally middle order lackluster लगा मेरे को.
It was a good start for Tilak Verma's career in the IPL.
Yeah,
We obviously missed Surya Kumar Yadav. We put him into the middle order, and suddenly it looks so much better.
yeah,
Having
yeah.
said that, Tilak Verma is a prospect, and I can't wait to see what he has to offer as the games come faster and faster.
Yeah.
I just can't wait
I
for
mean,
the next MI game, man.
yeah, I happened to be in Delhi when the match was going on with a videographer from Delhi who was cursing at Akshar Patel, saying, "Why would you retain Akshar Patel? God damn it! Why would they retain Akshar Patel?" And at the end of Mumbai's innings, it kind of felt like it, man. 10 का economy दिया, काफी सारे run दे दिए उसने, and well, he gave them some runs back. And by the way, I just want to point this out. Akshar Patel batted at a strike rate of 220 plus. Okay,
Yeah.
220 प्लस कहाँ से आया इसमें ये बैटिंग. तो that's what prompted me to ask Dhaval also before the stream कि do you really think all these guys have just spent the last 1 year power hitting? Everybody has gotten significantly better at power hitting out of fucking nowhere. It's quite amazing for me. All in all I would say कि मतलब यही है, मुंबई का तो पहली मैच तो हारते ही 10 साल हो गए रहेंगे ऑलमोस्ट अभी अपने को. वो तो हारना ही चाहिए. But what's interesting is that Mumbai got fined for slow over rate. Mumbai was
Yes.
fined for slow over rate. रोहित शर्मा was fined 12 लाख रुपीस. दोस्तों ध्यान से सुनो, 12 लाख रुपया. तुम लोग समझ रहे हैं 12 लाख रुपया क्या होता है? बहन चोद, 12 लाख रुपया. 12 लाख रुपए में मैं नंगा ना हूं, सही में बाथटब में भर सकते हो तुम. Oh my God, that's a lot of money to be fined, and it's weird to me. Do you think, Dhaval, this is what I wanted to ask about this? Do you think these people are making so much money that the 12 lakh wouldn't really matter to them? They'd rather just take the extra overs and pay the fine, and rather take the extra time on the overs and pay the fine.
No,
Is
man.
it an effort
Over the
situation?
course of the season, it comes up to a fairly large sum of money. And
Hmm.
I don't think it's about the money. What if tomorrow they change the rule? Like your he'll have to miss matches also, right? After a couple of
Maybe. Yeah.
fines. Yeah.
Yeah.
What if they start deducting points like they do in the World Test Championship?
That would be great.
Or there were some suggestions earlier that start awarding runs to the opposite team. Give them 5 runs
Yeah.
for every over you're falling short of within time.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
reason we also scheduled the stream at 10:45 today was matches are supposed to end in 3 hours, 7:30 to 10:30.
Exactly.
So we
And
were
here
like,
we
get
are
down.
at 11,
Yeah,
you know,
match still not done.
and
Is
it's
it
still
done? I don't.
25 needed from 20. So I don't know how to feel about that.
That's three more overs. That's like 15, 20 minutes more because death overs.
At the least. Yeah, yeah.
That's ridiculous. Also, 25
Uh,
still needed. क्या कर रहे हैं ये लोग? 130 का
uh,
टारगेट है यार.
Chalo, moving to the next one.
It's the team that's playing right now. Bangalore versus Punjab. Uh, good, good. Faf Duplessis is still good. It's a shame that South Africa are losing out on him.
And I mean,
And
and AB also for that matter. So I think South
I mean,
Africa has
AB
made
is
a
in
habit
that.
out of
AB
it.
is that. Yeah, yeah. But that's all internal politics. Speaking of internal politics, Dinesh Karthik is also still very good. It's a
Woo!
shame that India are missing out on him. Those two performed really well. Kohli, as usual, played the this time a little quicker than an anchor. He had a good outing. It was good to see Kohli step out against spin and take them on, which has been really
Yeah.
his weak point. I would say if he has a weak point, well, he seems to have a lot of weak points in the last 2 years, but it's batting against spin seems to be something that he has worked on. It's looking good. Can't wait to see how he gets on in this season. Today he didn't do well, but as far as that game goes, Duplessis started off really slow and then caught up. And how?
Oh yeah.
But here's my question. In reply, they scored 205, by the way. Bangalore scored 205, and Punjab chased it down with balls to spare and wickets in hand,
Exactly.
6 wickets in hand. Is that a reflection on Bangalore's bowling, or is that a reflection on just Punjab figuring out a formula? Punjab, by the way, when we did our auction reviews, we rated them very highly. We thought they had a great auction, and they've got this fantastic mix of players where they've got
Yeah.
lots of bases covered. So I wanted to ask you this: for all of Punjab's batters batted over a strike rate of 130. Everyone who came into bat, from Mayank, Shikhar,
Yeah.
and Rajapaksa, and of
Yeah.
course Odian Smith. So is that what you're looking at going forward? The formula for success: everyone bats over 125.
No, absolutely. It has to be right. I mean, increasingly we are seeing this. Oh wow, Karthik इधर ही आके बोल रहा है हाई स्कोरिंग मैच मेरे को बोरिंग लग रहा है. What do you think about high scoring matches? But we're just discussing this कि हर किसी को 130, 140 का strike rate क्यों होना चाहिए? I mean, see, the idea is this, right? We've seen time and again situations where batsmen fucking it seems like everybody's playing an anchor and it doesn't seem to do anything at all. So the really you go back to England breaking ODI batting for a while in the middle by constantly scoring 300 plus. What was the entire driving force? Was you have to have a strike rate above 100. 130, 140 is the right kind of strike rate to have. So I think it's a mindset change. Less and less concern about one's wicket. I think that's something that you literally have to program out of yourself as a batsman, right? So it's a lot of unlearning and relearning that's been happening over and over. And with each year, you see that strategy becoming a completely different thing. T20 cricket is a different sport. मेरे हिसाब से बहुत सही चीज है. Everybody has to go hard. That's how you make sure you have a high scoring match. It's I feel like this is a pendulum swing. Right now is a time where this is going to happen for a while until the bowlers find a way to compensate around this. So it's the bat, it's the fucking the oldest epic battle of bat versus ball, man. तो अच्छी तो चीज है, ये बढ़िया चीज है.
And
It's
this
probably one of
battle
the
of
worst
bat
time.
versus ball, unlike Test cricket, which is played out over 5 days, is going to be played out over the next 2 months because pitches are the same. They are going to
Yeah,
continue deteriorating. They are going to
yeah,
slow down as the season progresses. Things are like.
yeah.
Also, by the way, what the hell are they thinking making Mumbai play day games? Have you seen the heat outside?
I
What is
mean,
this nonsense? You can't step out at 3 in the afternoon to play a game. Today, somebody who was getting married fell off his horse out of because he was exhausted and dehydrated. He was the
well,
groom.
he needs to have
Imagine
some
what the
ORS.
horse was feeling.
And on that note, there goes Rutherford. My God, my God, go upstairs at least. What the hell are you doing? Oh, this is terrible. Bangalore, man, always able to take a match out. Here's what I wanted to ask you about that match, Dhaval. When it comes to Punjab, we were just discussing this. Guys, तुम लोग मेरे को please weigh in करो. ओडियन स्मिथ बॉलिंग में 50 रन दे, उसके बाद भले वो 37, 38, 40 रन मार दे, मैच पर बॉलिंग में 50 रन कौन देता है यार? इसका जवाब कौन देगा? मतलब ये how the fuck are we okay with this? Can somebody please explain to me? Because everybody was losing their fucking shit. And I was just like, यार ये तो कुछ ज्यादा ही चोदूगिरी है, dude. This makes
नहीं
absolutely
नहीं
no sense.
नहीं, देख
He
ओडियन
gave
स्मिथ है ना,
52 runs and
रेयर
made 25 runs.
rare commodity in cricket, because he's the guy who can bat at a strike rate of 190 and bowl at 90 miles an hour. You don't have too many of such players. So Odean Smith, I was on this thing
The
with
Delhi panel, yeah.
no, not this one. There was an earlier one where
Yeah.
I was on with a West Indies cricket commentator, Nick
Mm-hmm.
Uttam, and he said that according to him, Odean Smith is going to be the next big thing in T20 cricket.
Mm-hmm.
And the way I see it, I think he might be right. Because, okay, let's compare like someone like Andre Russell to Odean Smith. Okay? Andre Russell, Bhanuka Rajapaksa, and Odean Smith. These three guys, not the fittest. Okay? Andre Russell doesn't have a knee. Like, both his knees are shattered. He's got so
Fair,
many
fair.
injuries. Bhanuka Rajapaksa cannot stop eating candy and cake and all of that. He's like, मेरे से नहीं
Yeah,
होता है वो. But if
yeah,
he's scoring at 190, 5 or 7 games, he can win you 4 or 5 games every season.
yeah.
Like, he's doing his job in franchise cricket, right? So we're
हाँ,
seeing
मतलब
we are in the middle of this massive shift where at some point in time cricketers were thin, then they
hmm.
got super fit and ripped and whatnot. And now there is these T20 cricketers who are just like, मेरे पास power है और मैं अपना power use करेगा. Hand-eye coordination and power. That's it. Like heavyweight boxers. You don't need to be quick. You don't need to be agile. You just need to be powerful. So Odean Smith is one of those guys who's using his power with the bat and the ball.
Yeah, Harsab, I completely agree with that. So Punjab is a fucking crazy lineup. Wish I could have seen a little more from Shah Rukh Khan in that same lineup on the day. Any thoughts on that before we finish? By the way, quick, this thing, dude, Shikhar Dhawan, right at fucking home, dude. Right at home, man. What a feel.
Yeah. Shikhar Dhawan was looking good. I am a little confused by these people. Sorry, by Shah Rukh Khan, because he's batting a little too low in my opinion. He could be coming in 2 positions higher, but like Raj Baba and Shah Rukh Khan could have exchanged positions, and maybe we'll see that going forward. But maybe they wanted to give Baba like some time to settle in. Also, I feel bad for the guy. I think he's one of the only T20 international, only under 19 people to play the first game. Nobody else has played, right? From the people who got picked, Hunger Gekar, him, and Yash Dhul. Hunger Gekar went to Chennai, Dhul went to Delhi. And I think that those two teams have done well, not putting these guys into the first 11. Punjab put him, maybe he was confident. Unfortunately, first ball duck. Welcome to IPL, welcome to senior cricket. So muted it.
Sorry, AC extend on किया था. What to do? I said what to do, poor guy. But what I like is the fact that like if he went out for zero now, that's something he can write off. He can write that off. That's never gonna it's just such an anomaly to happen in someone's life. छोड़ देना ज़्यादा नहीं सोचने का. वो अच्छी चीज़.
Absolutely.
Okay. Before I do the next team, I'm just gonna turn off the AC.
Do you see, guys, what y'all are doing to him?
It's the least I can do for you, man. Okay.
आपको सेक रहा है वो तुम्हारे लिए.
उस बहाने लाइक
पसीना
तो
बहा
पैसा
रहा है.
हाँ हाँ और बहुत कुछ बह रहा है. अच्छा सुन अभी ये मैंने बहुत
हाँ.
सही इसका अच्छा I don't know I went into this rabbit hole dude when I was reading up about this match.
हाँ.
Rajasthan beating Hyderabad. First team in the IPL so far to be able to defend a first innings total. Today also in the pre-match, Faf was talking about Dew. Is Dew really the decider? What is going on? I am so confused. I don't understand this anymore. All people give different reasons about Dew, but तुम लोग को क्या लगता है? Yes, we are watching the match. Uh, oh man, 18 of 13. Harshal Patel and Karthik on strike. What happens from here? Who knows? God knows. We'll keep coming back to it. Don't you worry. Uh, या सो एक तो ये मुझे काफी इंटरेस्टिंग लगा कि ये लोग ने डिफेंड कर दिया 210 रन इज एन इनसेन टोटल नॉट व्हेन यू कंसीडर दैट संजू सैमसन एट वन डाउन हैज फाउंड हिज प्लेस he's found his place. It's beautiful. Yashasvi Jaiswal and Joss Butler making an excellent opening pair, followed by Sanju Samson coming and just thrashing you left, right, and center. What is this batting lineup, dude? You know what I mean? All of a sudden, it's a banger of a lineup. All the way up to, I mean, chalo, Riyan Parag did not do much, but he came at a stage where it was just about bang chok, abhi ghumao bat ko. Bowling wise, it just felt like Hyderabad was kind of loose, not able to really contain anything. But then I think it was more of just that Sanju Samson effect. He came, he hit, and he left. और उसमें लोग का सबका गांड फट गया what I really loved also watching was this bowler. I don't know क्या नाम था उसका यार वो कौन सा bowler था उमरान मलिक. Did you
Umran
know
Malik.
you know how Umran Malik got selected for Jammu and Kashmir under 19?
No, please tell us.
There were some selectors who went to the mandir in Kashmir, which I will not talk the name of, but they went to the mandir, and when they went to the mandir on the way, they stopped by some local match, and this boy is bowling like a mofo. This guy is clocking 150 plus kilometers, dude. This young boy who had not played with a real cricket ball till he was 17, 18 is clocking 150. By God, I hope his body survives this shit. Okay, one more thing, one more person that really stood out for me, Washington
Sorry,
Sundar.
sorry. While we're
Ah,
talking about Umran Malik, I should just point
uh-huh.
out that this year the IPL has a fastest delivery award because they've tied up with a delivery company.
Hmm.
And every match Umran Malik plays is going to win that. He's playing at least 14 games this season. So hey,
Oh
ching
wow.
Rohit Sharma का एक मैच फी का फाइन वो कमा लेगा.
Other under 19 players were eligible for IPL as they haven't played first class. Your thoughts? I think that makes sense. Uh, but what doesn't make sense to me is how they've not played for their state despite playing for the under 19 World Cup. That's the part that sort of boggles my mind that I would like to get fixed. मैं तो बेडरूम में नहीं बैठा मेट्रा आज ऑफिस में बैठा है देयर फॉर दिस बैकग्राउंड but yeah, I wanted to go back to the OG background and do an OG style stream where we actually get time and properly do like I to fucking research like a motherfucker today. Anyway, Washington Sundar came back from where was he? I missed him. I sent him a WhatsApp. He sent me no reply. I sent him HRU space BEBE. He replied, "Who dis?" I said, "New number." No. पर क्या मस्त खेला रे वो. I was so happy seeing him bat. Bowling wise, absolute disaster. But a lot of those runs went to Sanju Samson, so I don't know what to feel.
uh, he's coming back from injury, no? He's been out for quite some time. He's still in that phase where he's going to figure out how much he can push his body, how much he can't, what are his new limitations. So it's okay. Washington Sundar, he's good. He's batting well though. He batted well, didn't he? He batted well.
Yeah, Kim Odion Smith. तो यही हो रहा है ना मतलब सामने वाली टीम धनाधड़ मार रही है अब बॉलर्स को बोला है भाई एटलीस्ट जितने दिए उससे आधे बना लो.
But I think Hyderabad are making the same mistake that
Harshal Patel, what a wow!
मारता है वो.
Did you see that shot?
नहीं, I am
Oh
not
भाई
watching the
साहब.
game.
He's पीछे.
What I was saying is Hyderabad really need to take cue from all the teams that have made this mistake in the past and put Rahul Tripathi as a opener. Rahul Tripathi should be playing in the power play. What are you doing, Hyderabad? Please listen to every other team that has made this mistake before and just play him as the opener. वो तुम लोग को 40 रन दे देगा एक ओवर में. बस और क्या चाहिए उससे? हाँ, और क्या चाहिए? Look at the T20 game. There are 120 balls. You have 10 batters. Okay, let's say 4 of them are useless in power hitting. So you have 6 batters. Everyone has to play 20 balls. If everyone strikes at a strike rate of 120, you're not good. But if everyone is strike rate at 140, 150, 160, 170, like through that range and playing 15 balls ahead, तुम लोग का हो गया स्कोर. बस वही चाहिए.
Exactly.
बस नहीं चाहिए. एक रखो एंकर. वो जो भी है वो मतलब श्रेयस अय्यर को बिठा दो कहीं पे. सब टीम में श्रेयस अय्यर को ही एंकर करो. वो जोकर होता है ना, एक एंकर लेके सबसे खिलाओ. खाली बैटिंग करेगा वो. But yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. On to the next one.
the next one, and the last one, that is what we were like want to discuss is Gujarat Titans versus Lucknow Super Giants. Two new teams, both new teams. Akash is clearly interested in the game that is going on. So, what is happening in the game? First, you tell us that.
कुछ नहीं, वो मिस किया स्विंग करके. एक्चुअली मैं हर्षल पटेल की लाइफ में इतना कभी इन्वेस्टेड रहता नहीं है, पर आज मेरी टीम में है तो मेरे को थोड़ा ज्यादा फर्क पड़ रहा है. बाकी आरसीबी, आई डोंट नो हाउ दे विल मैनेज टू लूज दिस आल्सो, बट दे विल, आई फील.
Jeez, 11 runs in 7 balls. Oh man. By the way, the Venkatesh Iyer opening the batting is not working out. Huh? It is not working out. It will eventually. It has to.
Eventually.
It has to. They put all their eggs in that basket, so it has to work out. They'll make it work out. Okay, so 7 needed in 1 over with DK on strike, 7 runs. He's going to make it. He has to.
I mean, if anyone can make it,
he's going to do
right?
it. He's going to do
I mean, come on, DK. Just explain to Coco what he was missing this whole time. All he needed was a little DK instead of all that DP World stuff they had going on.
Absolutely no idea what he just
said. DP World is the sponsor, yaar. So DP World, so DK instead of DP. I'm fucking, you just kill my jokes, won't you? And if you're just joining us, Dhaval is telling us about some match. You only talk.
This is usually how our conversations go. So for those who are joining us for the first time, do not be alarmed. अभी देखो मुंह चढ़ा के बैठ गया, अभी उसको ऐसा मनाना पड़ेगा और सब बनाना भेजेगा उसके घर पे, आइसक्रीम भेजेगा, फिर खुद जाएगा.
Andre Russell is throwing the last over. This explains why nobody is watching the stream right now. Okay, just open Hotstar and chupchap jo. If anybody can save this match for Kolkata, it is Andre Russell. If anybody can win this match for Bangalore, it is Karthik.
How? He's given 26 runs in the last 2 overs that he's bowled. What are you saying? The guy doesn't have any knees or shoulders.
Arey, you don't need knees and shoulders to bowl, man. You just need the heart. Heart power. Heart power. अभी देख, अभी on top of which you can see कि now they've decided कि overrate तो fucked है ही, तो ले लो अपना time पैंट, चौक कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता.
4 घंटे का मैच हो रहा है अभी.
Come on DK. Come on DK. Come on man. I don't know why I'm encouraging him this way. I'm pretty sure this is running behind schedule. It's live only. Okay, it's not live. That explains so much. Well, that was a great looking 6. Boom. Slapped it.
And Russell has injured himself again. Fell down.
He fell down.
And guess what? He's hurt his knee. Or his shoulder.
Oh, you never know. You don't know that.
Yeah.
Hasaranga is too happy, dude. Hasaranga is like, bro, itna wicket mein leke diya aur ye log jeeta. Like, this is something that rarely happens for RCB.
It's something that rarely happens in Hasaranka's cricket team life. वो कितना
मैं आज वही सोच रहा था कि नो अंडर इंग्लैंड इज लूजिंग टेस्ट मैचेस. सारे अच्छे बैट्समैन तो इधर खेल रहे हैं. Like, what the fuck, dude?
We'll talk about that also. We have some 10 minutes. But yeah, let's focus on this game is so done and dusted. जीत गए वो लोग.
जीत गया Bangalore जीत गया.
Yeah. देखो, गुजरात टाइटंस और लखनऊ सुपर जायंट्स वाज अ स्पेशल गेम because it
Hmm.
was the two new teams, or rather two rebranded teams which were actually old teams. At least one of them was. What was earlier Rising Pune Super Giants is now Lucknow Super Giants,
Yeah.
and Gujarat Lions has become Gujarat Titans. All of this is absolute bullshit. It's not true. Okay, guys, I'm just saying anything. But
No, Super Giants is owned by the same
yeah, I
larger
know
group.
Super Giants are the same
Yeah.
in that sense. But yeah, anyway, it was nice to see the Pandya brothers back in action. It's good to see that Hardik Pandya is bowling again. It's good for the Indian cricket team overall in general because they've had so many placeholders for Hardik Pandya over the years that now Hardik Pandya is like, अभी मैं bowling नहीं करेगा ना तो
हाँ.
मतलब सबके साथ गलत हुआ है.
हाँ,
So
बिल्कुल.
he's bowling. He has passed his fitness test at the NCA, which was a prerequisite for him playing in this year's Dipple.
Yeah.
And there was a moment where the scorecard read Pandya caught Pandey, bowled Pandya. So Hardik Pandya,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I remember. I saw the ball.
yeah,
Hardik getting out to his brother.
yeah, it's
Mm-hmm.
it was quite nice. But Lucknow Super
Yeah.
Giants slightly surprised that they did not do well. I think it was all down to Mohammad Shami really ripping the backbone of that batting out in what 3 overs, four
Absolutely.
overs. Like the power
Absolutely.
play, he just absolutely killed them. He was bowling test match
Yeah.
line and length. And there was that whole conversation that if the current Indian Test batting lineup were to face the current Indian Test bowling lineup,
Oh,
who
we
would
would
come
die.
out on top?
We would die. The batsman would die. I don't know. I said we as if I am part of the batting lineup. Although, I am a slogger.
Yeah,
Uh, the middle order slog sweep that makes contact with nothing but the pitch. Uh,
barely.
but यार यार, अपना बॉलिंग तो अपने बैटिंग को खा जाता डूड, चबा के थूक के एकदम मस्त
We
मजा
saw
ले
that,
लेता है
right? We saw Mohammad
यार.
Shami versus KL Rahul, and Rahul was just like, क्या ऐसा टेस्ट मैच पे बॉलिंग करते तू इधर क्यों कर रहा है? और शामी वाज लाइक, क्योंकि वो
ओहो.
3 विकेट लेके भाग रहा है, तुम्हारा गेम तुमसे छीन रहा है. Gujarat Titans was a team that we did not think was going to do well because of their auction strategies. We did not
या.
rate them. I mean, nobody's going to predict how the team is going to perform through the season, but overall auction, they did not have everyone doing everything. But I guess they're going to ride on individual performances, which is also one strategy. So they had the individual performance of Mohammad Shami in the last game.
Yeah. And
It's
we all know that that's worked also. Remember that one time it worked for West Indies in the T20 World Cup. That one time they won the T20 World Cup. It works as a strategy sometimes.
yeah,
Yeah.
who was
Yeah.
that guy? I forgot his name.
Who? Who?
Never mind. Carlos Brathwaite, yeah. Fuck you.
I
You
know,
fucking steal
man.
my jokes, fucker. You fuck off now. You only talk.
ओह नाइस. नाउ धवल हैज बीन रिजर्व. परफेक्ट. तो देखो यही सब होता रहता है. T20 क्रिकेट एकदम ऊपर नीचे वाला गेम है. बाकी दुनिया में भी क्रिकेट चल रहा है थोड़ा सा. मतलब थोड़ा मतलब काफी ज्यादा चल रहा है. I want to talk about Nepal beating PNG, which I feel like is started to happen. PNG was one of my favorite teams in the such chiller countries, but lately it has been falling from grace. I think obviously a lot of retiring happened after the qualifiers that they just barely made it through, and then the World Cup happened. They could not really hold their own. A lot of retirements after that, much like a lot of retirements in India's World Cup team for women. We ended up leaving the World Cup in the semis. Quite the heartbreak. Julian Goswami not being able to play that last match, which I just fucking ripped my heart out. Ki like, oh my god, I know if she was there, we would have made it somehow. But so it goes, and on it onwards it goes, man. We lose
Hey,
two amazing
I should just
cricketers.
clarify that none of these players, neither Julan nor Mithali, have announced retirement. It is probably their last World Cup game, but neither of them
That's
have
what I
announced
meant, man.
retirement.
That's
Yeah.
that's what I meant. But yeah, side strain. What a horrible thing to happen to a bowler. So वो एक काफी सैड लग गया. बाकी क्रिकेट न्यूज में तो देखो भाई क्या ही चल रहा है.
England
I think
lost.
इंग्लैंड यार, छी यार, कितना कचरा देश यार. मतलब क्या कर रहे हैं ये लोग. कितना गंदा है. How can extras be your third highest scorer? How can? How can? My God. How?
But
What do you
yeah,
chalk this up to? What do they do now? Do they? What the fuck? What? How? What is the? Do you
okay,
remove everybody? Do
okay.
you start from
If
scratch?
if you look at any commentary about English cricket, the only thing they seem to care about is beating Australia. That's
Yeah,
that's all it is. They want to
yeah,
win the Ashes. That's their only goal. Everything else is centered around that because they've already won the World Cup. They like 2019
yeah.
में जीते हैं. अभी वो फीट रिपीट करने का जरूरत नहीं है. तुम लोग खेलते रहो. हम लोग 5-6 मतलब वर्ल्ड कप के बाद
अभी
वापस बोलेंगे
अभी
20 साल
सौ
से
दो
वर्ल्ड
सौ
कप नहीं
साल
जीते.
100-200 साल हमें अपन जीत लेंगे.
हाँ. तो it's only about beating Australia. Even right now, after the series lost to the Windies, I was reading some Cricinfo articles, and it was just like, how do we? What about Australia? How do we do this to improve against Australia? यार तुम लोग क्या वो होल से निकलो. 4-5 और देश है टेस्ट क्रिकेट खेलने वाले. Which is so
और हर
sad
कोई
when I see it.
तुम्हें हरा के जा रहा है यार.
But yeah, it's
हर कोई
also
हरा के जा
good
रहा है.
because we still have that asterisk test match to play against them, the one
Yeah,
of five,
yeah,
and
yeah.
Virat Kohli will play that test match. I hope he's unfortunately not going to captain the team. It's going to be Rohit Sharma. So
Absolutely.
Virat Kohli has still not won a series in England as a captain.
You never know. They might just let him be captain for that one match.
Nah, they
At least
won't.
they should. Also, on your radar should be the fact that Bangladesh is playing South Africa tomorrow in the first test at Durban. By God, Durban नहीं, sorry, किधर है first test? हाँ डरबन में ही है ना फर्स्ट टेस्ट एनीवे जिधर
Durban
भी है
में
वो
होता है
साउथ अफ्रीका में ही
normally.
खेल रहे हैं बट बांग्लादेश अ टीम ऑन द अप एंड अप definite the Delhi Capitals of the international cricket scene somebody that you really want to support and really want
No,
to
no,
back
no,
and they
no, no,
do
no, no,
amazing.
no, 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 no.
No, but they've been doing better and better. So it's definitely a series that we'll be watching out for and we'll cover in our weekly stuff, not
Yeah.
alag se. Pakistan and Australia played their first ODI match, which I didn't bother watching because I don't know where to watch India or like Pakistan ka matches. Do you know where to watch Pakistan ka matches? I don't know. But Australia leveled Pakistan.
Dhoni
I,
lives.
oh, ऑस्ट्रेलिया डिमोलिश पाकिस्तान डूड 300 प्लस का स्कोर मार के 45 ओवर्स में सामने वाली टीम को ऑल आउट करना आई मीन डूड कचरा खाया वो लोग एकदम अच्छा गू खाया पाकिस्तान तो क्वाइट एंजॉयड एटलीस्ट यू नो साइडलाइन से सीइंग दैट हैपन एनी अदर नोटेबल क्रिकेट थिंग्स दैट हैपेंड टू यू दिस वीक धवल
Not to me, but in the Women's World Cup, Australia have reached the finals as was predicted by every person who even heard the word women in the last 1 week. Has predicted that Australia will win this World Cup, and it's just like 45 ओवर में वो लोगों ने 305 रन मारा. 45
या
ओवर में. ओके.
या
ये लोग 6:15 का 7:15 का स्ट्राइक रेट पे खेल रहे थे. मैच हो रहा है, मेरे से नहीं हो रहा है मैच, बट बेसिकली बहुत हाई स्ट्राइक रेट पे खेल रहे थे. और विमेन्स क्रिकेट में वो नॉर्मल नहीं है.
या
Okay,
100%
teams are struggling to reach 300 even in 50 overs. India did well. 277 was India's highest score,
या
and West Indies, as expected, perished, which could have been India's fate had India made it to the finals because they were going to be fourth. And this Australians team is just looking unbeatable right now. I don't know how or who is going to beat them. Maybe either South Africa or England will. It remains to be seen. The second semi-final
या
is tomorrow, so go and watch that, guys. Other than that, nothing. No other notable cricket things are happening. IMHO.
या Yeah, and honestly, that is pretty much it. Actually, जब भी आईपीएल आता है तो मूड भी ऑफ हो जाता है बाकी चीजों से. टेस्ट मैच तो
Yeah.
ऑब्वियसली हमेशा दिन चलता है तो देख लेते हैं हम लोग. बट
Okay.
बाकी सब चीज़ थोड़ी मुश्किल हो जाती है फॉलो करनी.
Okay, let's wrap this
Yeah,
up then. Akash,
yeah. Let's wrap
5
this up.
games are done. All teams have played once.
Yes,
If you had to pick a top four towards the end of the
yes.
season, just purely based on the performances of these 5 games and the potential you see in these teams, who would you pick?
A top four based on 1-1 match.
Yeah, just that's the
Bangalore,
plane, right?
Kolkata, Bangalore, Kolkata, Mumbai, Chennai.
Bangalore, Kolkata, Mumbai, Chennai. Okay, interesting. So you're not
Yeah.
putting Punjab and Rajasthan in there at all.
Actually, yeah, instead of Kolkata, I would put Punjab.
I would get rid of Mumbai and Kolkata, and I would put Punjab, Rajasthan, Chennai, Delhi. Actually, not Chennai also. Punjab, Rajasthan, Delhi, and maybe Gujarat or Lucknow. One of the two.
Okay. Wow, very interesting. Like मेरे हिसाब से तो obviously too early to tell, and as you know the pendulum swings. In the meanwhile, if you want to keep up with it with us, please make sure that you join the long form fantasy on the IPL app. The link is in the chat underneath. You can go take a look at that. You can just put in that link code and join us on the league. काफी सारे लोग हैं. Remember, it's a long form thing. Don't play it like Dream 11. Please don't be an idiot. Please don't play it like Dream 11. Don't make a new fucking entire team every day. It's long. It's the whole season long. एक
Limited
एक दो
transfers in.
changes. Yeah. 130
The
transfers है
idea,
total.
okay, the idea is to have at least 3 or 4 players in every game, and when
Yeah.
there are 2 games, you get to make transfers before the like every game. So don't like do that. Just read the rules, okay? And if you
Yeah.
don't read the rules, if you don't understand the rules, and you want us to explain the rules to you, just let us know in our Instagram DMs. Hey, by the way, are you following us on Instagram? You're not. You should.
It's at the rate Couch Pundits Sports. So yeah, pretty much to wrap up. We'll be back next week with more of the T20 scenes, and we can play a fun stream.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, you guys. See you next time. Tada, bye bye. Next time we'll come earlier also, I think. Okay, bye.